Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, you're going to learn about my top 5 favorite 100% free tools for Amazon sellers that a lot of Amazon sellers don't know about. Now, for some of you who've already subscribed, you know that I've created a video last year talking about my top 5 favorite tools. Some of those tools are now paid or there's different restricted access, which is just a result of time and growing in popularity. So this is a new and updated list of my top 5, some from the old and some that are brand new. Then literally the tools themselves are new, which I'm really excited to share with you. Each of the tools will be timestamped and links will be included all in the description section below. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. All right, so free tool number 1, we have the Seller Tools Chrome extension. So this is a free Chrome extension. All you need to do is create a free account in order to use it, but it's 100% free, both the Chrome extension and then the account. Seller Tools also has a paid account, which is totally separate from the Chrome extension, just so you don't get confused. So this is a tool that I've been using a lot more recently because they basically totally created this and revamped. It's really cool. So there's a couple specific points I want to make about this of how to use it. So number 1 is when you're kind of conducting your initial product research for your first or your next product launch, I highly recommend using this tool. So once you add the extension to your Chrome browser, which is up here at the top right of the screen, then what you can do is go to Amazon, okay, load the Chrome extension, and then when you type in any keyword into the search bar, automatically Seller Tools is going to show you all of these different suggested keywords along with their estimated search volume on Amazon. So how is this helpful? So how I use this is, like I said, when I'm thinking of the next product that we are going to launch, I type in either like 1 or 2 keywords, very broad, into the search bar on Amazon. And as you can see here, for example, let's say I'm considering getting in the biodegradable space. More and more consumers are increasing in their kind of eco-consciousness and their footprint and all that kind of thing. So maybe this is a space that we want to get into, and there's a lot of ways that we could go. So I type in the word biodegradable, and as you can see, we have on the far left, the Amazon suggested keywords. You can actually just find this on Amazon. So if you didn't even have a Chrome extension, went onto Amazon into the search bar and typed in biodegradable, you would see these options appear, okay? Just so you know that. But what's also really cool is Seller Tools will show you some of the keywords before your kind of main keyword, which I find, in my opinion, some of the better opportunities for whatever reason. So for example, eco straws, this is really cool. Gender reveal confetti cannon that's biodegradable. Really interesting idea. So we all know about kind of the big gender reveal, and there's all this confetti, blue, pink, and maybe other colors. And obviously a percent of those consumers want that confetti to be biodegradable because it gets everywhere, right? So really interesting idea. Cat litter bags. I know about dog litter bags. I didn't know about cat litter bags. So really interesting, flossers, biodegradable urn, very interesting, right? So super interesting ideas, really good place to start generating ideas for product research. And if you already know your product that you're going to sell, like you're already selling a product, what you can also use the tool for is type in your product keywords and then find all of the long tail keywords using this tool for free, including, in the other keywords here. Any of these keywords that are relevant, make sure you take them and add them to your Amazon PPC campaign. Because basically right now, people are searching for them on Amazon. They're relevant to your product, so you want to make sure that you appear. So take them, add your Amazon PPC campaigns to kind of scale up your campaigns a little bit more. That's another use that I have for it. And I'll show you one other real quick example. So biodegradable, it could be anything. So let's do mugs, okay? So I type in mugs just to show you. And as you can see, it kind of resets. So look, we have stackable coffee mugs, mugs for camping, right? Mom and dad mugs, hot cocoa, mugs for friends or for best friends, mugs for women. And actually, I'm really curious. Let's see. So that's mugs. Let's try mug. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Totally different results. So really cool of just how quickly, and what I would do is type in the keyword and just on a sheet of paper or an Excel file, just write down any product that really stands out. You're like, okay, I know that coffee mugs obviously all around the world sell well, like, mugs for tea, for coffee, whatever. But like, what specific kind of niche is not being addressed yet? Like, what are people searching for on Amazon that doesn't currently exist? So, I'm going to rank and ultimately sell a product that's relating to coffee mugs, like in that overall niche. but it's really, really specific toward a specific audience, like for friends, coffee mugs that are stackable, right? Mug for specifically for boyfriend, for, grandmother, grandfather, for tea, or whatever it is. Okay. So just write down all those ideas and then do further research to vet those ideas to make sure that they actually be profitable. They actually do have high demand, but really, really great. So we've gone into enough detail on the keyword side, but another really cool aspect, again, search for any keyword. What I'd recommend is your, kind of category or your specific product. So go ahead and hit search, which I've already done. So I'm just going to click to kind of exit out of the keyword side. And we're going to scroll down. And what's cool is you can actually get a listing analysis for either your competitors or your own listing. And I'd recommend doing both. So you can basically look at your competitor listing and exploit where they're kind of weak. And then with your own listing, you can see where potentially you might be a little bit weak and need to improve, which is really, really cool. So to give you an example, let's actually go in. We're just going to choose this as an example. So Silver Buffalo Friends. Go ahead and click on the listing. And then once you've done that, what we have here is the LQS, or the listing quality score. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And then automatically, Seller Tools has your total listing quality score out of 1,000. And then the breakdown of your keyword quality, your media quality, which again is mostly your images, your A+ content, and then your conversion quality. Okay. So it looks at a variety of metrics. And again, this is a great tool. It's not maybe going to be 100% accurate, like, oh yeah, of course, every single time, this is exactly what it's going to be. But it's very, very good because a lot of sellers come to me and they're like, hey, Sumner, where's my listing lacking? This is a great tool to be like, okay, maybe I'm executing well in all these areas, but maybe let me check my media. Seller Tools is telling me my media isn't the best. Let me check that out, or let me ask someone specifically about this. Let me try to improve upon this specifically. So really powerful, really quick, and it's free, which is really awesome. And the last way that I use the Seller Tools Chrome extension is actually in my Amazon Seller Central account. And what you can do is, again, you'll create your free account, get the Chrome extension, and then when you log into your Amazon Seller Central account and go to the Manage Order section, once you're there, you can actually automate review requests. So if you don't know this already, if you're an Amazon seller, you can actually click on a button in your Orders tab to automate a review request. And I've already made a video about this. You can go and watch that if you haven't. And that's a great way to basically, it triggers Amazon's system to send an email to customers who have purchased from you and then ask them for a review basically, but it's all through Amazon. So it's completely white hat. There's no issues there. And all Seller Tools does is it helps automate. So instead of having to manually go to each order and click, what you can do is just click once basically with the Chrome extension. And that is going to automate the review requests to all customers within a certain kind of time frame. And of course, Seller Tools also has a tutorial on their own YouTube channel showing you how to use it, but very, very simple and pretty intuitive. So that's the third way that's kind of outside of Amazon here in my Seller Central account that I use Seller Tools, is to automate review requests. And I actually hired a VA. It takes her 5 minutes a week to do this, just to click on this button, where it would take, many, I don't even know, many minutes to do, a lot more time. So it's like a fraction of the time. So really, really great set of tools. And that's free tool number 1. Moving to free tool number 2, we have the Helium 10 Chrome extension. And again, links to everything will be in the description because I know sometimes it's a little bit hard to find even in the Google search results. So with Helium 10, same deal as with Seller Tools. It's a free Chrome extension. You'll need to create a free account in order to use the Chrome extension. And then also Helium 10 separately from the Chrome extension has kind of a paid plan, which kind of integrate a little bit together, but there is some tools I'm going to show you that are 100% free and others that have a free number of limited uses, which I'll just kind of cover to avoid any confusion. But again, it's free. So that's kind of the big takeaway here. So first, what we're going to do is just click on any kind of specific product. This could either be your top competitor on Amazon or your own product listing. Either way, I'm going to show you how to use this. And I use it for both my own product as well as my competitors. So once you create your free account and then you install the Chrome extension, go to Amazon to the product detail page. And then what we're going to do first, what I'm going to show you is if we scroll down on this page, and you may need to give it a second to load or just hit kind of the refresh. And then you'll see this graph that appears on desktop right below the bullet points in the main image. And with this graph, you can see over the past 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, 1 year, or all time. And what is this data showing us? So what you can see is, okay, number 1, when did a particular seller begin selling on Amazon? What was kind of the first date? That's really good to know. Hey, are they all a bunch of new products? Is this a pretty well-established product? Next, what you can see, if you look at the blue line on the bottom, is the best sellers rank, or BSR. So BSR is a really good general encompassing metric that shows overall performance. The lower the BSR, the better. The higher the BSR, in general, the worse. Okay. And you can think of ranking, would you rather rank number one or get first place? Would you rather get 50th place? Same idea with BSR. First place, so the lower, right? Lower, one is lower than 50, one is better than 50. So the lower, the better. So you can see overall performance. And in the green line, you can actually see price over time. So you can actually see how it's correlated and see, okay, here's what my competitor has been charging historically. So maybe it helps you determine, okay, here's what price I might charge. You look at your top 5 competitors. Here's what they've been charging. They've been keeping it pretty much the same and, keeping good BSR. So maybe I'll charge a similar price. You can see, okay, right around here, it looks like since there's no price and the BSR went up, looks like they ran out of stock around this time or around this time. You can see how often they run out of stock. All this different really cool data that's all free, really powerful, again, for yourself and for your competition, right? So that's part one. And this part of the extension automatically loads once you install, okay? Next, if we scroll up, I'm gonna click on the Chrome extension, which unfortunately I just kind of cut off here, but kind of click in the top right corner on the actual Chrome extension when you're on the product detail page and give it a second to load. And then once it loads, the first tool that we're gonna look at is the X-ray tool. The X-ray tool it's free for a limited number of uses, then you have to upgrade to pay. But the other tools I'm gonna show you are, within this are free. So in case you wanna use it, it is a really great tool. It allows you, if we click on this, right, to see the estimated sales data for this specific product, okay? You can also look at this for the category overall. For example, this product is a soap mold. So you go to Amazon, type in soap mold, and then you see all the product options, not just one product, but, potentially thousands, or at least, around 50 on the first page. Then you can click the Chrome extension there and see the revenue and see basically which are the top selling and all of that. But here we're just looking at this specific product and we can see, okay, this product does about, estimate about $32,000 in revenue. And by the way, with all of my own testing, actually looking at what Helium 10 estimates and then my own product data, Helium 10 is fairly accurate. Not 100% all the time, and it does fluctuate seasonality, but overall it is fairly accurate. So it is a really, really good metric as well. But keep in mind, there are a limited number of uses, which Helium 10 will tell you. Okay, so that's number one, is the X-ray tool. But I'm going to move to a couple more. One of them is my favorite on this entire video, seriously. But we'll get to that second. So next what we're going to look at is profitability calculator. Go ahead and kind of click on that. And there's a bunch of data here, kind of ugly. But what I like to focus on is when I'm thinking about selling a product, like, hey, there's a lot of reasons and data points that suggest this product could be profitable for me to launch and sell my own, version, my own special product on Amazon. But I want to make sure I'm profitable. So in order to determine profit, there's a lot of kind of costs that you need to analyze. And one of those would be, for example, how heavy is this item, right? Because weight influences a lot of different factors, including, Amazon fees. So, how much does this weigh? What is kind of the overall size of this product, which sometimes Helium 10 will actually give you that data. So we have, for example, weight. Next, I like to look at the FBA fee. So this is the total fees for packing and shipping, right? So it just kind of shows the fee. So what I like to do again is go on Amazon, find the most similar product to the one I want to launch. It may not be the exact same, or it shouldn't be the exact same, I should say, but fairly similar in terms of the style, the weight, the size, just to get a general idea to even see before I reach out to a bunch of suppliers, and definitely before I order anything, I want to make sure that I'm profitable. So this helps you understand if you're going to be profitable. So your FBA fees, the weight of the item, which influences a lot of different things, your storage fees, okay, Amazon's monthly storage fees, and it gives you for January through September, and then also for Q4, for October through December, which is really, really important. And then also the Amazon referral fee, you just have to select your category here, but usually the referral fee is 15% of the sale price. So referral fee, storage fee, FBA fee, those are the three big fees. And then also just getting an understanding of the overall size and weight of this product. Super helpful, really quick snapshot, and it's free. And then next is what I'm most excited to share with you. I use this tool all the freaking time. It is awesome. It is one of my favorite tools, and it is free. It's amazing, okay? And Amazon sellers are sleeping on this tool like crazy. I cannot stress it enough. It's the Review Insights tool. So again, if you're thinking about launching a product, or if you've already launched a product and you haven't done this yet, make sure you do this right now. Find your top 5 competitors on Amazon, or at least your top competitor at the very least, which is what I'm doing here. Pretending I'm selling soap molds. Here's the top seller in my category. open up the Helium 10 Chrome extension and click on Review Insights, okay? Once you click on Review Insights, actually, let me exit out of that real quick. Let me try it one more time just to show you how it works. Click on Review Insights. Usually what you have to do is click on Extract and then click on Review Analysis. This kind of automatically did it for me. So just so you know how to use it. But anyway, ultimately you'll get to this section. And basically what you see here is really, really, really powerful data, okay? So what we have are the most frequent phrases that are mentioned in Amazon reviews for this product, along with their average associated review rating, okay? Why is this beneficial? Two things. You want to identify when selling any product, whether you're already selling right now or you're planning to sell, it's just as important either way. So if you haven't done this, do it right now. Number one, identify your points of parity. Number two, your points of differentiation. What does that mean? So points of parity, find where your competitors are doing well, okay? So for example, easy to use. So this phrase, easy to use, has an average rating of 4.9. So people who write easy to use in those reviews tend to be on average 4.9 when you aggregate them together. Soap making, 4.8. Not really helpful, right? Easy to use, that makes sense. Soap making, I would have to, click on this drop down and actually read the reviews and dive in a little bit deeper. But you get the picture, right? Easy to clean. There we go. Easy to use, easy to clean, 4.9. So our competitors are easy to use and easy to clean. So what does that mean for your product? You want to make sure that it's also easy to use and easy to clean, okay? So you want to be better than your competition, but you also want, wherever they're doing well, you want to make sure you're also doing well. Otherwise, why would your customers choose you? So that's your points of parity. But what's more fun, and this is what's going to really help you make money, okay, is the points of differentiation. Immediately go into this tool. The first thing that I'm looking for are negative reviews. So look for anything that's below, kind of like 4.4. So starting at 4.3, moving down. If you find something with 3.7, that's a gold mine. That's awesome, okay? Like just three general, like 3.8, 3.9, whatever, 3-star ratings, really great. So, okay, what do we have here? We have wooden box and then 4.2 star rating. Compare that with 4.9, 4.8, that's pretty low. So let's see what the heck's going on. So what we can do is click on the drop down and specifically look at the reviews with 1 or 2 stars here. So let's see, I considered returning the mold. Let's see, and I might use the wooden box for something. Okay, so looks like it's not about the wooden box specifically, so let's scroll down and see if that's... Silicone mold does not correctly fit the wooden box. So there we go. I'm gonna write that down. Wooden box looks like balsa wood. If it dropped with any weight, it would break. Let's see, there's a deep scratch in the metal from above. Okay, and then what else? There's another one I saw earlier when I was looking. Wooden box cracked after first use, not very durable. Okay, anyway, so on and so on. And there's a bunch of reviews we can kind of keep going through. But obviously, not everyone has a problem with the wooden box. Some people rate it, with 5-star. But there's enough customers who are specifically having an issue with this balsa wood, really cheap. The wood is splintering, it's breaking, it cracks easy. So what does that mean for me? That means when I'm developing my product, I need to make 100% sure that I focus attention on the wooden box to make sure that it doesn't do what my competitors do. So that's part one, is make sure your product is superior. Number two is make sure you have one bullet point and one main image that specifically call out your wooden box. Show how your wooden box is premium. For example, I would have a bullet point if this is a big enough pain point. Like if I look at my top 5 competitors and all 5, people are expressing their pain point with each wooden box that comes with the soap mold, then I'm definitely gonna have a bullet point that says, premium wooden box, or this wood box won't crack, whatever. I'd try to become more creative and actually sit down and think about this, but you get what I'm saying. So the bullet point would specifically highlight how our wood is premium quality, still lightweight and everything, but really better than our competitors, and also have a main image showing the beautiful, high quality premium wood. I'd have like a little infographic with kind of like a dotted line and some text that says, premium X, wood or whatever. Super powerful. Oh my goodness. And if you haven't used this, I can't say it enough, use it right now. So that's the Helium 10 review analysis. This is my favorite of all the different tools that we've talked about thus far. So yeah, use it now and use it to improve your product, your listing, and you're likely going to see a big jump in conversions. Now, free Amazon tool number 3 that you do not need to sign up for is Google Trends. Again, free and really powerful data that every Amazon seller should be using. So go to trends.google.com. Once you're there, what I'd recommend doing is 2 things. Number 1, type in your main product keyword. So whatever your product is selling, like you said, coffee mugs or golf cart accessories or soap molds or paintball gear or whatever. Type your kind of main product keyword there into the search bar, open up a new tab, and then, for a separate search, look for your category. So for example, that could be, golfing, travel, biodegradable, things like that. Your general, so both your product specific keywords and then your category specific keywords in two separate searches. And I'll kind of show you what that looks for. So some things to look for, or what Google will show you, is search interest for a specific term on Google over time. And if you don't already know, about a third of product purchases online in the United States begin on Google. Okay, so there's a huge percentage of people who are searching to buy something on Google. Okay, and a lot of people don't know that, but there's a huge correlation between Google search interest and then Amazon purchases. Okay, so that's why we're using this tool. It's not perfect correlation, and it's not necessarily causation, but it's very, very good data. Okay, and you'll see why in a second. So I pulled up a few examples just to kind of show you a few different examples of data and how to interpret it. So first we have fidget spinner, really obvious overused example, but we have fidget spinner, okay, is the term. That's our product keyword. We select any, so this could be the United Kingdom, Germany, the United States, you can do worldwide, whatever your marketplace is, that's what I'd recommend. And then I like to look at the past 5 years. So I can choose my date, past 5 years, I hit enter. And what Google does is it shows me search interest for fidget spinner over the past 5 years. And what do you notice? We see that search interest peaked in April through May of 2017 and then went down and never ever recovered. So this is a great example. If you've seen, let's say that you see an example, right, where you see this line and all of a sudden it shoots up really high like this. That's a great idea to stay away from, in my opinion. If you're looking to build a sustainable business that funds your lifestyle, or a product that you can then later, in the future sell to, an investor, generally what I recommend is not going after these fading and trending products like a fidget spinner. Everyone got in, was selling a bunch. Oh, this is going awesome. And then boom, and almost immediately dead. And it's never, ever recovered. And there's a good chance it'll never recover again. So this is an idea to stay away from. Now, we're obviously looking at the past data, but maybe you're looking right around in this time. Like, let's pretend like that's right now. It's this year. And you see this big spike. That's a great example for me to stay away from. I'm like, okay, this is likely a trending product. I'm going to wait a little bit and then look back to see if it's still going to be a good product, or if, so for example, I'm going to wait till like this date or just some time, whatever, maybe even here, and see, okay, was it just a trend or was it there to stay? Okay. So stay away from trending products, like trending, meaning it's a fading trend, flash in the pan, and then it's dead. Next, let's say we're selling, it could be hoverboard accessories, or we're actually selling hoverboards. Just another example, looking at the past 5 years, what can we clearly see here? What are these spikes? These spikes represent usually the best selling period, which are what? November 19th through 25th. And then what do we have here? December 24th through 30th. Going back here, November 18th through 24, December. So right around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, right? Christmas gifts. Okay. Really crazy that hoverboards seem to be, right, at least from this data, and we'll have to look at some other data points, but seems to be maybe a very common, popular Christmas gift. And we see that consistently. Number two, what do we notice on each peak? Where is the biggest peak? The biggest peak was in 2017. Where's the second biggest peak? Actually, it's technically right around here in 2020, then 2019, but in general, what do we have every year? Every year, interest overall is decreasing, especially look at this year, okay? Every year decreasing. So what does that indicate to me? That indicates if I was going to sell hoverboard accessories on Amazon, I think I'm going to stay away, because maybe it used to do really well in the past. And even this year it could do decent, but it seems that it's going to continue to go down and down. I want to get into a category that's on the increase. I want to make more and more every year, not less and less. And then lastly, this is an example of a category specific keyword, like we mentioned before, biodegradable. So silicone, biodegradable, eco-friendly, environmentally conscious, whatever. Different keywords that represent your category. Now, what do we notice here? Yes, the data is a bit noisy, but what you want to look at is from the beginning here on the far left, beginning in 2017 till now, overall, is the data going up? Is there a line that's going up, or is there a line going down? If we look, there is clearly an overall trend line, though, with some noise, of going up. And it's obviously not too volatile either. It's pretty consistent, every year, but it's this line that's ultimately going up. That's a great sign. Okay. And obviously with biodegradable, for us Americans, I think that's a little bit more easy to, like, we know this, like, we know that, eco-friendly, environmentally, all that is going up. But you'd be surprised that other categories. So really, how to use this tool is just to play around with it. Like, just type in all these different keywords. Sometimes you're going to find really good data. Other times your keyword is going to be too specific and there's not a lot of data that shows up. But it's free, it's super fast, and it's honestly really fun. But it's another one of those kind of data points that you need to have, in my opinion, before you ever launch a product, to make sure you reduce your risk as much as possible and really know the type of category that you're getting into. Moving on to free Amazon tool number 4, we have Grammarly. Okay, I didn't used to use this too much in the past, but I now use this every time that I'm writing anything. So this could be a listing, even YouTube videos or content for Udemy and Skillshare courses, whatever. I'm always using Grammarly because I realized how many grammatical errors, spelling errors I was making, which wasn't a ton, but it was enough that it was absolutely affecting my conversion rate. So with this tool, yes, go to Grammarly.com. You will have to create, again, a free account in order to use the tool as usual, but it is 100% free to use this tool. And they actually give a lot of value in the free version. Basically, what you do is you sign up. Once you sign up, you'll get to a section that looks like this, where all you do is you copy whatever text that you want to analyze, paste it here into this tool, and then Grammarly is going to show you any glaring errors. So they'll show you all the glaring, obvious errors for free. And then anything that's a little bit more hidden, maybe a little bit, it depends on your style, it depends on the audience, you can upgrade. I've never upgraded. Personally, I don't really see a need to do that, but the free version is still super helpful and has actually helped us identify some grammatical errors that we had with some of our listings, which it's like, I saw the error and I couldn't believe that I missed it. And even if you're using a professional copywriter, you'd be surprised by how many errors are made. So if you haven't done it already, right now, go to your Amazon listing, copy your title, paste it in here, then your bullet points, anything in your A+ content, make sure you paste your entire listing in here and just do a quick check and potentially make any changes that you need to. And the good news is, if you do have issues right now with your listing, that's an immediate increase in conversion. Just by changing literally some letters, you can bump up your conversion rate and start making some more sales. So yeah, simple tool. It's fairly easy to understand, but just because it's easy and simple does not mean you should be neglecting it. Use it today. Now for tool number 5, which is not our last tool because I have a special bonus right after this, is Getida. So if you aren't already familiar, Amazon will likely damage or lose a percentage of inventory, right? All this inventory is kind of moving into their warehouse, moving around. And with all of this kind of happening, things can happen, right? Like inventory can get stranded or lost. It can get damaged or destroyed. And obviously, if Amazon destroys your products, you can't sell them and you lose out potentially on money. So if that happens, Amazon owes you money, okay? And some sellers still don't know about this, which is crazy and super important. So all of this stranded, damaged, whatever inventory, you can get your money back, and you can either try to manually go through and find it, which does take a lot of time. And I would at least recommend doing, or even hiring someone to do if you're versus doing nothing at all. But a better option, and the option that Allie and I use with our own e-commerce brands and Amazon brands, is using Getida. So if we look at this, it's that's why I kind of want to include this last, because it's a free tool, kind of. So let's click on pricing to kind of understand this. So it's completely free to sign up for a Getida account, collect your Amazon account with Getida. And then what they do for free is they find potential reimbursements. They find money that Amazon owes you. And if they find the money, they say, hey, we found some money for you. Do you want us to process this and get your money, right? Then if you say yes, Getida will charge 25% of that money. So whatever Getida finds, they say, hey, here's what we found for you. Do you want us to process? If you say yes, let's go ahead and process and let's get paid. You pay them 25% of whatever that amount is. So if it's a little amount, it's the little that you pay. If it's more, right? But it's always kind of that 25%. So in my view, pretty fair and really interesting business model. We, again, use this with our own business. It's a lot cheaper than if we were to go in and do this ourselves. They're able to find things that we weren't able to find, because this is all they do all day is use software and individuals to help find reimbursements. If you've been selling on Amazon for some time and you have not ran Getida, I would recommend doing that right now. Allie and I don't have the exact number in front of me, but we have saved, or not saved, but really got back thousands and thousands of dollars from Amazon from this specifically using Getida. So super powerful, free to join, and then you just pay if they find some reimbursements for you. And that leads us to this final bonus tool, which is the Amazon Seller Vault, which isn't exactly a tool. It's actually a vault that contains a ton of different tools. And you can kind of see some of them here. For example, social media influencer templates, copywriting guide, A+ content examples, product insert examples, product idea generator, profit calculator, Alibaba RFQ, PPC bid optimizer, hijacker cease and desist letter. So basically, this is a Google Drive folder where I've taken all of the kind of tools and templates that I've created and used with my own Amazon business to kind of improve organization, help me keep track of expenses and profitability, help me actually, find products and all of these different kinds of systems and tools that I've used and created for my own business. I decided, hey, why don't I just put them all together into one single place, which is the Amazon Seller Vault. That's just the name that I've given to it. So if you want this, it is free. All you have to do is, sign up with I think it's your name and email, and then you'll immediately get access to all of these just as you see here. And you can just go ahead and click in, for example, social media, and then just click on file, make a copy, and it's yours of any tool or all the tools that you want. So really kind of straightforward. So if you're interested in that, as well as any of these other tools, link will be in the description section below. And I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, consider subscribing, because I do my best at least every other week to create extremely valuable videos relating to e-commerce, Amazon FBA. So if you want to see more videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment below with any questions or anything that you have. And as always, thanks so much for watching and your support. God bless you and your business, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.